गते राजनी साधीरे तत्र स्म रुदती पितुः वेदयत्ततः सर्वम् उक्तं शर्मष्ठया कृतम्. Gate Rajani, after the departure of the king, Sa, she, Devyani, Dhire, learned, Tatrasmah, returning to her home, Rudati, crying Pitu before her father, Nyavedyat, submitted, Tataha, thereafter, Sarvam, all, Uktam, mentioned, Sharmishtaya, by Sharmishta, Kritam, done. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Thereafter, when the learned king returned to his palace, Devyani returned home, crying, and told her father, Shukracharya, about all that had happened because of Sharmishta. She told how she had been thrown into the well but was saved by the king. Okay, so you remember yesterday that the story is like that she was thrown into the well by Sharmishta, the king of Vrishyaparva, and then Maharaj Yayati reached there because he was thirsty, he wanted to drink water. So when he saw in the well, Devyani was there, he took her out, and then there was a, because while taking her out, he caught hold of her hand. So she said, now since you have you caught my hand, so now you are my husband, so you should marry me. And this is all arranged by the will of Supreme Providence. So Maharaj Yati came in his palace and Devyani went to Shukracharya, her father. There she told all the incident, that how Sharmishta thrown her into well, and then Maharaj Yati saved her out. 25. Durmana Bhagavan Kavya Purohityam Vigrahayan Istuvan Vrittim Cha Kapotim Duhitra Sayayo Purat. Durmana, being very unhappy, Bhagavan, the most powerful Kavya, Shukracharya, Paurohityam, the business of priesthood, Vigrahayan, condemning, Istavan, praising, Vrittim, the profession, Cha, and Kapotim, of collecting grains from the field, Duhitra, with his daughter, Saha, he, Shukracharya, Yayav, went, Purat, from his own residence. As Shukracharya listened to what had happened to Devyani, his mind was very much aggrieved, condemning the profession of priesthood and praising the profession of Unchavritti, collecting grains from the fields. He left home with his daughter. Because you remember the Sharmishta, the daughter of the king, she told that your father coming like dog at our doorstep, and then we give some charity, some donation, then only you are having food in your home. Such kind of thing she told. Okay. When a Brahmana, when a Brahmana adopts the profession of a kapot or pigeon, he lives by collecting grains from the field. So these are different levels. This is called Unchavritti. A Brahmin who takes to this Unchavritti profession is called first class, because he depends completely on the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and does not beg from anyone. Okay, he does not beg from anyone, he just collects grains from the fields. Although the profession of begging is allowed for a Brahman or sannyasi, one does better if he can avoid such a profession and completely depend on the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead for maintenance. The first class thing is that a person, a sannyasi or a Brahman, is completely depending upon Krishna and not at all going for begging also. But begging is not prohibited for sannyasis and Brahmans. Begging is allowed. Okay, they can go and beg and collect things whatever is necessary food grains or whatever. Shukracharya was certainly very sorry that because of his daughter's complaint he had to go to his disciple to beg some mercy. Shukracharya was certainly very sorry that because of his daughter's complaint he had to go to his disciple to beg some mercy, which he was obliged to do because he had accepted the profession of priesthood. In his heart, Shukracharya did not like his profession, but since he had accepted it, he was obliged to go unwillingly to his disciple to settle the grievance submitted by his daughter. Okay, so he was not very happy about this. Okay, let's see what happened from there. Vrishyaparvatam agyaya pratyanic vivakchitam gurum prasadayan murdhana padayo patita pathi. Vrishyaparva, the king of the demons, tam agyaya, understanding the motive of Shukracharya, pratyanika, some curse, vivakchitam, desiring to speak, Guru, his spiritual master Shukracharya, prasadayat, he satisfied immediately, murdana, with his head, padayo, at the feet, patita, fell down, pathi, on the road. King Vrishyaparva understood that Shukracharya was coming to chastise or curse him. Consequently, before Shukracharya came to his house, Vrishyaparva went out and fell down in the street at the feet of his guru and satisfied him, checking his wrath. So King Vrishyaparva understood that now my guru is very angry and he may give me curse also. Okay. So then he took a very nice step. He went in the out only, and before he reaches him, king reached Shukracharya and asked for forgiveness. He caught hold of his, he fell down at the feet of Shukracharya. Okay. Chanardavanyur Bhagavan Shishyam Vyachashta Bhargava Kamasya Kriyatam Rajan Nainam Tektum Ihot Sahe. Chana Ardha, lasting only a few moments. Manyu, whose anger, Bhagavan, the most powerful, Shishyam, unto his disciple Vrishyaparva, Vyachashta said, Bhargava Shukracharya, the descendant of Bhrigu, Kamaha, the desire, Asya, of this Devyani, Kriyatam, please fulfill. Rajan, O king, na, not, enam, this girl, tektum, to give up, here in this world, utsahe, I am angry. The powerful Shukracharya was angry for a few moments, but upon being satisfied, he said to Vrishyaparva, my dear king, kindly fulfill the desire of Devyani, for she is my daughter and in this world I cannot give her up or neglect her. So Shukracharya is taking too much interest in the fight of children. Okay, so these girls actually, they fought, but Shukracharya took it very seriously and he said, because king was very much afraid that Guru Shukracharya will give some curse, it will be very difficult. So, what to do? He asked for forgiveness. Shukracharya said that, my dear king, whatever my daughter Devyani say, you have to fulfill. Sometimes a great personality like Shukracharya cannot neglect sons and daughters. For sons and daughters are by nature dependent on their father, and the father has affection for them. Although Shukracharya knew that the quarrel between Devyani and Sharmishta was childish, as Devyani's father, he had to side with his daughter. Anyway, he understands that this is very childish fight. Okay, because this fight could have actually sorted out there itself if both the girls were little smart, but they just fought. So even though it was a childish fight, but still Shukracharya had to take his side of his daughter because of his father, out of affection. He did not like to do this, but he was obliged to because of affection. He plainly admitted that, although he should not have asked. Although he should not ask, he should not have asked the king for mercy for his daughter. Because of affection, he could not avoid doing so. Okay. So he plainly admitted that although he should not have asked the king for mercy for his daughter, because of affection, he could not avoid doing so. He cannot avoid himself. Okay, so that is the position here. Now, Shukracharya said that King Vrishparva, whatever Devyani say, somehow you please satisfy her. She is very angry. Tatheti avasthite praha Devyani manogatam Pitra dattayato yasye sanuga yatu mam anu. Tathati, when King Vrishparva agreed to Shukracharya's proposal, Avasthite, the situation being settled in this way, Praha said, Devyani, the daughter of Shukracharya, Manogatam, her desire, Pitra, by the father, Datta, given Yataha, to whomever Yase, I shall go, Sa Anuga, with her friends, Yatu shall go, Mam Anu, as my follower or servant. After hearing Shukracharya's request, Vrishparva agreed to fulfill Devyani's desire and he awaited her words. Devyani then expressed her desire as follows. So Vrishparva agreed that he will fulfill Devyani's desire and he was waiting. Then Devyani then expressed her desire as follows. Whenever I marry by the order of my father, my friend Sharmishta must go with me as my maid servant along with her friends. So that is the desire expressed by Devyani. Such a small fight, but she is giving too much punishment. Okay, because now Shukracharya is in power. King Vrishparva thinks that if I don't fulfill this desire, I'll get a big curse. Okay. Pitra datta devayanyai sharmishta sanugatada swanam tat sankatam viksha tad arthasya cha gauravam devayanim prayarcharat istri sah shrena dasavat. Pitra, by the father, Datta, given Devyani unto Devyani, the daughter of Shukracharya, Sharmishta, the daughter of Vrishparva, Sanuga, with her friends. Tada, at that time, Swanam, of his own, Tad, that, Sankatam, dangerous position, Viksha, observing Tad from him, Arthasya, the Vencha, also Gauravam, the greatness, Devyani, unto Devyani, Pracharat, served, Istri, Sahasrena, with thousands of other women, Dasavat, acting as a slave. So, Vrishparva wisely thought that Shukracharya's displeasure would bring danger, his pleasure would bring material gain. If Shukracharya become angry, it will be very dangerous, but if he become happy, that will be good. Therefore, he carried out Shukracharya's order and served him like a slave. And Sharmishta served Devyani like a slave along with thousands of other women. Okay. In the beginning of these affairs concerning Sharmishta and Devyani, we saw that Sharmishta had many friends. Now these friends became maid servants of Devyani. When a girl married a Kshatriya king, it was customary for all her girlfriends to go with her to her husband's house. For instance, when Vasudeva married Devaki, the mother of Krishna, he married all 6 of her sisters, and she also had many friends who accompanied her. A king would maintain not only his wife, but also the many friends and maid servants of his wife. Some of these maid servants would become pregnant and give birth to children. Such children were accepted as Dasi Putra, the sons of the maid servants, and the king would maintain them. The female population is always greater than the male. But since a woman needs to be protected by a man, the king would maintain many girls who acted either as friends or as maid servants of the queen. Krishna, in the history of Krishna's household life, we find that Krishna married 16,108 wives. These were not maid servants but direct queens. And Krishna expanded himself into 16,108 forms to maintain different establishments for each and every wife. This is not possible for ordinary men. Therefore, although the kings had to maintain many servants and wives, not all of them had different establishments. Okay, so that is the system. Prabhupada explained that earlier this kind of customs were there. Nahushaya suttam dattva sahasamristhaya yoshana tam aharajan charmristham ahastalpena karhichit. Nahushaya, unto the king Yayati, the descendant of Nahush, Sutam, his daughter Dattva, giving in marriage Saha with Sharmishtaya, Sharmishta, the daughter of Vrishparva and servants of Devyani, Ushna, Sukracharya, Tam, unto him King Yayati, said, Rajan, my dear king, Sharmishtam, Sharmishta, the daughter of Vrishparva, Adha, allow Talpe on your bed, not Karichit at any time. When Shukracharya gave Devyani in marriage to Yayati, he had Sharmishta go with her. But he warned the king, my dear king, never allow this girl Sharmishta to lie with you in your bed. That was the condition, that you should never allow Sharmishta as your wife. Okay, Vilokyau Sanasim Rajan Sharmishta Suprajan Kochet Tam eva vavare rahasi sakhya patim ritausati. Vilokya, by seeing Aushanasim Devyani, the daughter of Sukracharya, Rajan, O King Parikshit, Sharmishta, the daughter of Vrishparva, Suprajam, possessing nice children, Kwachit, at some time, Tam, him, King Yayati, Eva, indeed, Vavare requested Rahasi in a secluded place, Sakhya, of a friend, Patim, the husband, Ritau, at the appropriate time, Sati being in that position. O King Parikshit, upon seeing Devyani with a nice son, Sharmishta once approached King Yayati at the appropriate time for conception. In a secluded place, she requested the king, the husband of her friend Devyani, to enable her to have a son also. So Sharmishta also had desire that she should also have some nice son. Anyway, she was daughter of Kshatriya, so she had that desire. So she said, okay. So she requested King Yayati, and then 32. Raja putriyarthito patye Raja putriyarthito pataye dharmam chavekshe dharmavet Ismaran Shukravach Kale Dishtam Evabhya Padyayat. Rajaputraya, by Sharmishta, who was the daughter of a king, Arjita, being requested Apatyaye for a son, Dharmam, religious principles, Cha, as well as Aveksha, considering Dharmavit, aware of all religious principles, Ismaran, remembering Shukravacha, the warning of Shukracharya, Kale, at the time, Dishtam, circumstantially, Eva indeed, Abhyapadyat, accepted to fulfill the desire of Sharmishta. What happened next? When Princess Sharmishta begged King Yayati for a son, the king was certainly aware of the principles of religion. Okay, so he was aware, and therefore he agreed to fulfill her desire. Okay, although he remembered the warning of Shukracharya, so he also remembered the warning of Shukracharya. He thought of this union as the desire of the Supreme, and thus he had sex with the Sharmishta. King Yayati was completely aware of the duty of a Kshatriya. When a Kshatriya is approached by a woman, he cannot deny her. This is the religious principle. Consequently, when Dharmaraj Yudhishthir saw Arjuna unhappy after Arjuna returned from Dwarka, he asked whether Arjuna had refused a woman who had begged for a son. So this was the question in the first canto. We read that Maharaj Yudhishthir asked Arey Arjuna, you are so sad. Is it the case that some girl, asked you, a woman, for a son, and you could not fulfill her desire? You are refused. That's why you are sad. So Kshatriya is supposed to accept the proposal. Although Maharaj Yayati remembered Shukracharya's warning, he could not refuse a Sarmishtha. He thought it wise to give her a son, and thus he had sexual intercourse with her after her menstrual period. This kind of lust is not against religious principles. Prabhupada is saying this kind of lust is not against religious principles. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 7:11, Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamo asmi. Sex life, not contrary to the principles of religion, is sanctioned by Krishna. If sex life is under the religious principle, then it is sanctioned by Krishna. If it is not under the religious principle, then it is sin. Because Sarmishtha, the daughter of a king, had begged Yayati for a son, their combination was not lust but an act of religion. Okay? Yadum turvasum chaiva devayani vajayat duryam chanum cha purum cha sarmishtha varsa parvani. Yadum and Turvasu cha as well as Devyani, the daughter of Shukracharya, Vajayat, gave birth to Durhyu cha and Anu cha, also Purum Puru cha, also Samishta, Varshaparvani, the daughter of Vrishparva. Devyani gave birth to Yadu and Turvasu, two sons. And Samishta gave birth to Durhyu, Anu and Puru, three sons. Okay. Garva Sambhavam Asurya Bhartur Vigyaya Manini Devyani Piturgeham Yayo Krodha Vimurchita. Now the problem will start. Garva Sambhavam, pregnancy, Asurya of Sarmishtha, Bhartu, made possible by her husband, Vigyaya, knowing from the Brahman astrologers. Manini, being very proud, Devyani, the daughter of Shukracharya, Pituhu, of her father, Geham, to the house, Jayav, departed, Krodha Vimurchita, frenzied because of anger. When the proud Devyani understood from outside sources that Samishta was pregnant by her husband, she was frenzied with anger, thus she departed for her father's house. So Devyani could not accept this, that Samishta also got three sons from King Yayati. As soon as she got to know this, she immediately was so angry and she just left for her father's house. Priyam anugataha kami bachobhir upamantrayan na prasadayitum sheke pada samvahanadibhi. Priyam, his beloved wife, anugataha, following, kami, very very lusty, vachobhi, by great words, upamantrayan, appeasing, na, not, prasadayitum, to appease, Seke was able, Pada Samvahana Adibhi, even by massaging her feet. King Yayati was very lusty, followed his wife. Prasadaitum, to appease, Seke was able, Pada Samvahana Adibhi, even by massaging her feet. Translation. So now the problem is started because she left for her father's house and now Yayati Maharaj is afraid what will happen. Shukracharya may give curse. So just see, small misunderstanding between Devyani and Samishta is causing so much problem. Okay, they could have sorted out there only. She should have not given much problem when Samishta took the cloth of Devyani. Unnecessarily they created problem. King Yayati, who was very lusty, followed his wife, caught her and tried to appease her by speaking pleasing words and massaging her feet, but he could not satisfy her by any means. So Yayati Maharaj, she was going to her father's house, Sukracharya house. Maharaj was following, and King Yayati, he was asking to stop and cool down, and then finally he was speaking very sweet words, but she was not listening. Then finally King Yayati thought nothing to do, so he started massaging the feet of Devyani. Okay, what to do? There is no other way. So he was massaging the feet of his wife, but she was not listening. Very, very dangerous. Shukrastam ah kupita, Shukrastam ah kupitah, Istri kamantra Purusha, Tavam jara vishatam manda, Virupa karani nirnam. Shukracharya tam unto him, King Yayati said, Kupitah, being very angry at him, Istri kama, O you who have lusty desires for women, Anarth Purusha, O untruthful person, Tvam unto you, Jara, old age, invalidity, Vishatam may enter, Manda, you fool, Virupa Karani, which disfigures Nirnam, the bodies of human beings. So then what happened? Anyway, finally Yayati Maharaj could not pacify Devyani. Devyani reached to Shukracharya's house and told everything. Shukracharya was extremely angry. You untruthful fool, lusting after women, you have done a great wrong, he said. I therefore curse you to be attacked and disfigured by old age and invalidity. He gave curse to Maharaj Yayati so that Maharaj Yayati will become old. 37. Sri Yayati Ruvacha Atripto asmi adya kamanam brahman duhitari smate Vyatyasya tam yatha kamam Vyasayo abhidhasyati. So Maharaj Yayati, Sri Yayati Uvacha, King Yayati said, Atripta, unsatisfied, Asmi, I am, Adya, till now, Kamanam, to satisfy my lusty desires, Brahman, O learned Brahman, in connection with the daughter, Sma, in the past day, your Vyatyatam, just exchange, Yatha Kamam, as long as you are lusty, Vyasa, with you, Yaha, Abhidhasyati, of one who agrees to exchange your old age for his youth. King Yayati said, O learned worshipable Brahman, I have not yet satisfied my lusty desires with your daughter. Shukracharya then replied, you may exchange your old age with someone who will agree to transfer his youth to you. When King Yayati said that he had not yet satisfied his lusty desires with Shukracharya's daughter, Shukracharya saw that it was against the interest of his own daughter for Yayati to continue in old age and invalidity, for certainly his lusty desire would not be satisfied. So he also thought that anyway, if he becomes old, it is very bad for his daughter only. Okay, so therefore Shukracharya blessed his son-in-law by saying that he could exchange his old age for someone else's youth. Because he became old, so he said if somebody agrees, then you can exchange your old age. You give your old age to him and take his youth from someone. He indicated that if Yayati's son would exchange his youth for Yayati's old age, Yayati could continue to enjoy sex with Devyani. Iti labdha vyavasthana putram jeshtam avochat yadotat pratikshemam jaram dehi nijam vaya. Okay, so hold on. So now from 38 we will do tomorrow. Okay. Now King Yayati, anyway he got the curse and some concession in the curse that he can ask his son or someone to exchange the youth. So he will give old age and and take youth so that he can enjoy. So he will go and approach his sons. He had 5 sons, so he'll approach. Okay, so let's see what happens. Hare Krishna. Thanks so much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.